Alright, what's going on, guys? I know when I made the LBZ video last fall of everything I've done to it, some of you guys wanted a cost breakdown for the build, and I wanted to get it done before I got it into winter storage over here in the barn, but kind of never got around to it, and I had some stuff taken out of it, kind of still do. But I finally got a rough estimate. I mean, I didn't look through all my old receipts, but looked up some stuff, and I got kind of rounded to the nearest dollar amount and got a rough estimate for anyone that wants to do like the same thing on the build. So we will go over that now, and then I think well, these wheels were on the LB7, but I sold the hostile forged wheels that were on here. That's why it's sitting on jack stands right now, and I think I'm just going to keep stocks on the LB7 for now. And 22 by 10s. I mean, I like 12 wides, but I don't really want to buy another set of wheels right now, and got these just sitting here, so we'll see how they look on there. And then I did just get the new Alpha X taillights for it too, so I'll include that and put those on. So kind of just read off my phone here everything I've listed. My lights up front, the headlights, the running lights, the fog lights, all the LED bulbs, switchbacks, everything was about $300, just Amazon ones. The Alpha X taillights were $400. I got the 2019 style white Recon cab lights. Those were $120. 22 rock lights throughout the truck. They're $10 a piece. That'd be $220. I got a sponsorship there, 50% off, so it was only $110. Tint. I got 20 here, 5/20 on the back, 3 ceramic, 45 on the shield with the brow. That kind of all said and done was, I mean, I've had multiple tint setups, but that was around like $400 ish. Traction bars, don't have them on yet. They're kind of laying on the sleds here. Went with the Flight Fab bars. I don't want to say anything bad about Flight Fab because they're probably the coolest high quality set of traction bars I've seen. Powder coated it just to match. They took quite a while to get, but worth it in my mind. If you want to wait, I'd say get them. However, I got my brackets here and all my hardware, but the bushing for the back and the Heim joint was missing. Not his fault, because they say they drop ship them now, and 1 out of every 50 orders maybe, I don't know, the drop shipping company forgets them. So that's not Flight Fab's fault, but haven't been able to put them on yet because I'm waiting on those now. But they're about $1,200 for the ladder bars. Wheels, obviously this is a variable. My hostile forged wheels with the 13.5 wide tires was about a $5,000 setup. These are a $2,900 setup, so for the sake of this video, we're going to go with the $2,900 setup because that's what's going to be on there. My B&W flip-over ball gooseneck hitch in the bed, which you can see I had cut that out, and gooseneck hitch, that was $650. Line X for the bed, because I did get a new box on this truck after I backed into a tree a couple years ago. I'm not going to include the price of the box because, I mean, most people obviously aren't going to need to buy a box for their truck. But Line X was $600. My roll pan was a bit cheaper. I did paint it myself. There's a couple things that I've paint matched myself, but $150 into the roll pan. Front bumper, just the plastic painted, and then I did just vinyl wrap the chrome in the middle myself, so I got like $50 into that. Saved a little money there. Mirrors, $300. The iPad dash is like $250 for the like actual dash piece, and then it's like $750 for the iPad, and then $10 a month for service charges. About $1,000 there. The Kenwood, I believe it is, my head unit was $550 for my stereo. CTS3 being this has been in storage, my CTS3 monitor's in the LB7 currently, but I'll be putting that back in there. It's $400. Radar detector, $120. So now for the front end. Also, everything that didn't come powder coated that I have powder coated. I have a buddy that does powder coating. I've gotten that cheaper too. But the Cognito upper control arms powder coated in my green were about $700. The Kryptonite Ultimate front end kit, steering, the beefy tie rods, all that was about $1,200. Fox shocks are $300 each. I have not done the rears yet because I'm kind of waiting to do some other things back there, but $600 for the 2 front shocks. Where are we at now? Kryptonite wheel bearings, $500 for both sides. Brakes, you can see I've had them on for a couple years now, but slotted and drilled rotors from Detroit Axle all the way around. All 4 are slotted and drilled with carbon ceramic pads. That's about $700 for all of the brakes. I don't know who just pulled up right now. Now, should be under the hood now. Prices have changed too. A lot of the stuff I did years ago, but at the time, they don't make this kit anymore, but this Whirly custom kit was $1,700. The brake reservoir cover was $150. Coolant pipe and all that was $130. The CCV reroute and my fuel rail plug was like $70. Kind of hard to see down there, but the PPE trans cooler and the fleece lines, which I highly recommend the fleece lines, those are awesome, was about $400. Exhaust, MBRP downpipe was part of the kit, so was the LB7 style up pipes, but $600 for the MBRP 5-inch all the way back to an axle dump. Fuel filter delete was only like $30. You can see I don't have the filter there anymore. Tuning was, with my DSP 5 switch, wiring, labor, my tunes, all that was about $700. And then transmission. Here's where, you know, we're probably like, I don't know, 15 into it so far, everything I've listed. When I blew my transmission up, I kind of wanted anything that was taken off to get replaced. So like he did U-joints, did the pump rub kit, and I don't exactly know what all went into it, but he like beefed up the transfer case. I have the transfer case brace from Whirly too. And then he did with the billet shafts and all that, 1,000 horse build tranny, new transmission. So everything there was about $9,000 installed for the tranny build and all those parts and labor and all that. So transmission and all that stuff that went there was definitely the most expensive thing done to this. As far as miscellaneous powder coat, because like I said, the Whirly custom stuff and the Cognito control arms came powder coated. I did my tow hooks. My buddy did this brace and this brace. He did my side braces here. He did the center coolant pipe. He did the oil fill deal in here. He did also those torsion bars. Biggest pain in my ass to get out. I ended up renting like a 120-pound jackhammer to get those out. I've seen some people with really high mile trucks and they come out really easy, and I've seen people with low mile trucks that need a jackhammer. I don't know why, but those were a pain. But I was like, while I was in here, I had them do the torsion bars, the Kryptonite tie rods, the sway bar, the lower control arms. I mean, even the brake dust cover and steering knuckle, he did all that. And then my receiver hitch there in the back, he did that. So miscellaneous powder coating, everything from my buddy, everything done, was around $1,000. I feel like that's actually not bad for everything that is powder coated, and especially all the prep that he does and being illusion color. Somebody else that might be a bit more, but $1,000 for that. So total with everything, we're at 27,930. into it. At the time I bought the truck, I bought it almost 5 years ago now with 168,000 miles, rust-free from down south. Out the door was 18.5 for the truck. So I said about 28,000 into it after buying the truck. With buying the truck for 18.5 out the door, we're about $45,630 into it, which really hurts to say that number because could have gotten a decent newer truck for that. But I don't know, I like the older body style trucks. I know a lot of other guys do too. But yeah, if you're looking to do a build like that, I mean, it's really not even that inclusive of a build. I mean, go to a show and when the hood's closed and on the outside it looks like just a normal truck with a leveling kit and wheels and tires. So to have that much into it, kind of ridiculous to me, but I like it. I like the LB7 too. I like the older body duramaxes. But yeah, for those of you that wanted a cost breakdown, oh, I did forget one more thing too. My fast lift pump, that was like $650 for the 165 gallons per hour, but I did include that in the price that I just told you guys. But yeah, like I said, for those of you that wanted to have a cost breakdown on the truck and everything done to it, about 28,000 in aftermarket parts or repairs or performance upgrades that I've done over the years of having it. Like I said, Alpha X taillight's going to be going in it now, and then at some other point I would like to do the Alpha X headlights. They're like $1,100. I can't justify that on cat eye headlights right now. That's ridiculous, but maybe at some point I'll get them. The typical chrome doing this. I'll probably get a new grill. And then I didn't get to it this winter. I was really busy, but next on the list is probably powder coated leaf springs and rear axle. So that'll be getting done maybe next winter when it's in storage. So make an update video when that stuff gets done, and yeah. So there we have it, the new Alpha X taillights. They're not actually flickering, I can see it on the camera. It's just the way the camera picks up the lights, but nice thing about these too is it actually gets rid of your whole entire wiring harness, like, you know, most aftermarket taillights just plug into these. But everything is integrated into the lights, and it actually has its own wiring harness that plugs into the junction box right behind the rear bumper. So, and it's all wire loomed and everything, and they did a really nice high quality job on these lights. Didn't have my tripod with me, but tried to set up the GoPro and go through the functions and stuff like that of the lights. Also got these wheels on. I still like my other wheels better, but I possibly would like to get a set of the newer stock wheels, but for the time being, should be alright. And yeah, that's about it for this video. So like I said, that's the cost breakdown of everything that I have done to the truck over the years, and got these wheels and tires on and the new taillights, and yeah, still a little bit of salt on the roads, but hopefully I'll be able to get it out of winter storage here soon. Alright guys, I'm back home now, the LB7, and brought the 450 home from winter storage too, since it's like 74 degrees in Minnesota in the middle of March. So went for a little ride with that. And then of course it's supposed to be like 22 degrees and snowing tomorrow. Crazy. But one more thing that I forgot to add in is the LBZ does have a drop-in turbocharger and 30 over injector nozzles, but the previous owner did that right before I bought it, so I did not include that in the price as well. But I'm sure I maybe forgot a couple other things, but that pretty much sums up the build cost on the LBZ. So let me guys know what you think. Comment what you guys have for trucks, and I'll try to get some more videos out soon when I get it out of winter storage.